yo. Alberto, you are first. You are correct, sir. You are first. What is up? Where's everybody else at? What's the deal? What is the deal? We gotta get this shit popping. I'm the only one. Nah, we got 8 of you in here so far. What's happening? What you mean? Shit just started. Oh, we just began. Popping off. Hardcore. Real proper like. Kalia, what up? Eon, man, we missed you earlier. What happened? What happened, Eon? We missed you at the 2 p.m. joint. 2 p.m. joint was on in Poppins. The 2 p.m. joint was Mary Poppins. Let me see something. Oh, Ness is live. Well, that might be a problem. That's okay, though. That's okay. We'll see what happens. Oh, he's live with Bill Haney right now? Yeah, okay, that's going to be a problem. It's all good, though. You started too late? What you mean? You want to go in for the gloves, Clea? Send it. I will say I did it, and I'm going to do it live. So there's a website that does like a random lottery. You put all the names in, and it selects it live, so you all can see the winner. And I did it. And I'll tell you guys right now. We have, let me see how many names. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. All right, so we need 12 more. 12 more, and it's on. It was on. Kalia. It's right there. Scrolling. Do you know what it'll do? Not only is it scrolling, but where is the shit? Boom. Whoop, there it is. Cash it. No, you can't see it because of the scroll. Now, why can't I get this banner? Let me see something. I have it set as a ticker. How else do you do it besides a ticker? Scroll across the bottom. All right. Oh, whatever. Let's see if I do this one. Yeah, see, then it's like that. But that's kind of whack. So here, I'm going to go back to the way I had it, which I kind of like. That's bigger. That's smaller. That's boring. All right, so we're doing it this way. Boom. There it is. So the Cash App is right there, clear. There it is. Excellent video on Bo. Thank you, sir. What up, MB? What up, Drummond? Bro, Ness be on live all day. How does his wife even? Yeah, that motherfucker Ness is making mad cake. Let me tell you something. If I was making that much money and Tia tried to come down here and say shit to me, I'd be like, why don't you go get in the Lamborghini and shut the fuck up? It's work. You're gonna go stop somebody who's working and be like, you're gonna call somebody's job if somebody's a high-powered executive, because somebody like Ness probably makes as much or more than high-powered executives. You're gonna call them and be like, yo, what are you doing? Why are you at work so long? No, you're gonna let them fucking work. What up, Warlock? Mark, I told you something happened to CJ, right? Shut the fuck up. Nothing called. You keep saying that. You're Alberto. I'm starting to get a little concerned that you're crazy. I'll be honest with you, a little bit. Or a paranoid schizo or some shit. You said that about Rob. He's in the chat. CJ was in the fucking chat at 2 p.m. today. Matter of fact, sending me cash apps. Oh, Kalia sent it. She's in. Kalia has officially joined. She has officially joined. We need like 10, 11 more, and we're good to go. Sorry, I'm late. Nah, we just started. Yeah, I know Ness is on with Bill, which is why I'm only got 11 to you now, but that's fine. When you doing the double KD vid, I told my homies about it. The double KD video. Double KD. Kevin Durant? Fuck you talking about? Who's double KD? You're confusing me. We're the hardcore fans. Yeah, you are. Oh, the knockdown. Okay. You know what? I got a James Toney versus Giroff lined up. I'm going to do that first, or maybe I'll just do the double knockdown one first. Oh, because right, you want to be shouted out. I got to remember to shout you out. I got to remember to shout you out. I don't even think I know what your IG handle is, though. I mean, actually, I think you messaged me, right? So it's there. You be trying to tell me. You're wild. Notice Bo's timing, moving back and throwing short compact punches, including body shots and uppercuts. I know. Bailey, are you the one who said he's one of the best heavyweight fighters ever? Because I completely disagree. Yeah, I know your name. And the name you sent the fucking Cash App on is your real name. It's not even that one. I know who you is. I don't know what you're talking about, who's prowling what, but I think you need to stop fucking with people because those are some fucked up allegations. Seriously. I can't stop you from thinking what you want to think, but keep it to yourself. That shit. This isn't that kind of room anyway. Yes, tape don't lie. Okay, so explain to me, Mr. Bailey, Esquire, at law, what fight besides Holyfield, who was smaller and stood right in the phone booth with him, like he's an AT&T repairman. Besides that, when did he show skilled infighting? Please tell me. Let's have this conversation. That's up to Eon to tell you what his real name is. I'm waiting. Just talk to me. Maybe we'll even do a call-in. Mark, did you see Ak and Barack interview Ryan? I saw one clip, a 10-minute clip of him talking. Is that what you're talking about, or did they release the whole thing? Because I didn't see the whole thing. My name is Donovan. That's a dope-ass Jamaican name, Donovan. I know, but I didn't know if you wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just trying to be respectful. Jesus. Ryan said Turkey paid him between 15 and 20 mil. For what? For this fight coming up? Paid him for what? Paid him for what? Oh, Jesus Christ. To fight Rollies? ODA stands for Only Dreamers Achieve. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so I'm waiting for Bailey to hit me with his argument. I'm really curious here. What fighters he showed tremendous infighting skill with. I'm not saying he's a bad infighter, Bo, but I don't think he's one of the best. That's what I'm saying. Good infighter. One of the best. Matter of fact, Mr. Bailey, you just inspired my post for tonight. I'm going to say, who is the best infighter in boxing today? I'm going to do two of them. The other one, a poll. Ever. Well, Jimmy, where the fuck have you been? Damn, Jimbo, where you been? What's up? Good to see you. He's gathering evidence. He's a lawyer. Oh, here we go. Go back, look at the fight against Polish heavyweight. That was a DQ. You talking about Andrew Galata? Wait a second. You know way too much about boxing. Nix, what's up? 33. Yo, I met the 93 Knicks squad, Knicks 33. I went backstage. I was with a famous person. I met the whole squad. I got all their autographs. And Ewing was the only jerk off, just so you know. Unfortunately. And you're from New York, right? Like me? If you are, what part you from and how old are you? We'll get on to the rest of that after. So for you to say Bo I'm confused. I feel like this might not be you. You know too much about boxing to say Bo. I feel like maybe wifey or your fucking brother or your son snuck in and got on the computer that doesn't watch boxing. Andrew Galata, literally, let me show you something. I'm going to show you something. Right? Videos speak way better than words. Way better than words. Where is it? You know what we'll do? We'll do it this way then. Fuck it. I'm going to show you guys something. Hope I can find it. Where is it? Okay, let's try this one. I'm trying to fucking look it up, but hold on. Damn, why can't I find it? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Damn, I can't believe. There we go. Damn, where is it? Motherfucker. I could have swore I put this up. Hold on. Let's see if I got this one here. I just want to... Fuck me. Why won't this show? Ain't this a bitch? Hold on. No. Shit. Okay. Well, I can't find it. But Andrew Galata literally gave Riddick Bowe brain damage. Literally. And I did a video on it. I wish I could fucking find it to show you. You see him speaking before. I don't believe I don't have it. You see him speaking before, and you see him speaking after. Let's see. Let's see. Bo. This one isn't it, I don't think. Nah, this one isn't it. Fuck. I can't find it, but that's a bad example. My point is because Galata ate his ass up on the inside. Ate him up like a buffet. Let me go down here. Corona, baby. I feel you for. Oh, you're my age range. Yeah, Ewing was a jerk off. Starks was my favorite, by the way. Starks was my favorite. Starks was my favorite, as you can see right here. Boom. There's the kid. Rocking the Starks jersey. 1995, baby. Or that that was 96, maybe. That might have been the year before that brawl that fucked up our chance at a championship. Bo had mad skills. Man, I wish I had to show you. He got his ass whooped. Let's see. Let me see. No, not this one. This one's too long. I made some long videos of these. Great Chaos. Yeah, this one I just dropped, I believe. So I don't have it anymore, man. So give me another example, because a fight where somebody gets beat so bad, they literally get brain damage. I did a video where it shows Bo speaking clearly before the fight and then after the fight. And he has clear slurred speech. Galata beat him that bad. One of the only fights where you can literally trace it to a specific fight. That's how bad he got his ass whooped. So to use that as an example of good inside fighting, it's not good when you're getting and mind you, I know we hit him in the nuts, but the brain damage is only from headshots, which landed totally fucking clean. So I don't know what to tell you. Give me another one, because I don't agree with that. Bo is not an example. Versus Galata is not an example of Bo's tremendous infighting. Galata fucked him up brutally. If he wasn't so damn crazy, he would have won the fights legit. Yo, Galata made peanut butter out of mashing up those nuts so bad. He mashed up those nuts so bad, he made peanut butter. Just saying. All right, let's see what we got here. Allen Houston, Jay Starks, baby. That fight turned around when both started infighting. Now you're crazy. You are crazy. Ewing was a dick. Yep, he was a dick. I met him. I'll tell you a story. Name me one heavyweight in modern time that can throw compact short punches like that. Compact short punches? Heavyweight? We already went over this. Mike Tyson. David Tua. You talking modern today, or you talking back then? Joe Frazier. Michael Dokes. The low blows can affect the brain even through the nervous system. No. Disagreed. Completely disagree. NBA Jam, GP and Sean Kemp. Vlogs, 40. Oh, you be 41? Hold on. I can't tell. I heard something. Sounds like crying. No, I don't. I think it's the TV, though, not my daughter. While moving back, show the clip that you did today. What clip? You want me to show the video I put out today? All that OG talk, I thought you was Marco age. Close enough. Only 7 years younger. Not that big of a deal. God, I can't believe I don't have that fucking video, man. I'm actually pissed. Well, what did I call it, though? I think I called it when I called it something. Damage, maybe? God, I wish I had it. I know I do have it. I just don't know what I fucking named it, and I can't find it now. One fight. I don't know what I did with it. When I find it, I'll play it. The post-fight brawl after Glada. Yeah, that was an all-out race riot. You want me to fucking play it? I'll play it. Let's play it. Let's play the shit. Bo versus Galata. I have a whole. I wonder if I have it at the end of this long-form video. I might. Oh, I do. I do. Here we go. You ready? You ready? You done fucked up now, attorney. You done fucked up now, attorney. I do have it. It's at the end of my long form. You done fucked up now. Approach the bench, motherfucker. Let's do this shit. Don't try and fuck with me. Come on now. After this fight was never the same. As a matter of fact, after Riddick Bowe's second fight with Galata, it's one of the saddest things in boxing that's ever happened that I've seen. He literally suffered brain damage in his second fight with Galata. And after that second fight, you literally hear his speech start slurring and change in the course of one fight.
And I had to fight back tears because he was so happy. It made me happy that he had sat and worked so hard to get it. But I can get Galata. I mean, you look at like this guy, man. Galata is someone, fresh. He hasn't.
Very few.
Did you guys hear that? Why'd that go so low?
Narrow it down to one specific fighter doing that permanent. Took two.
Why'd that go so low?
And I had to fight back tears because he was so happy. It made me happy that he had sat and worked so hard to get it. But I can get Galata. I mean, you look at like this guy, man. Galata is someone, fresh. He hasn't.
Were you guys able to hear?
Narrow it down to one.
Because it got lower. You guys were able to hear it, right? Clearly? Were you guys able to hear it? What do you mean it's not the issue? You suffer brain damage from getting a merciless, vicious, prolonged, dragged out ass whooping. Sad, right? Much better lighting now. That was my old fucking before I bought this camera. I didn't even realize. And when I started getting more popular, getting more views, I was like, I can't. I look like I'm traveling in time back from like 1992. Like, yeah, man. You couldn't hear it, or you could hear it? You thought he bit his tongue? Bo faced 3 fights with Holyfield prior to that. That's where No. Did you not just see the difference in the speech between literally a month after, right after the fight? Did you not see that? You know what I got to do, though? One thing I got to do. Hold on. Were you guys able to hear it? I want to see something. What I got to do is I got to go down to that part. Hold on. I got to just make it louder. For some reason, that shit was super not loud. All right. Now let's try it. Hold on. I'm just going to raise the volume all the way up. There we go. Let's try this. Hold on. And why is this part so fucking low? Well, that's weird. All right, whatever. I'll do it another time. It won't let me raise it. Anyway, the argument, Mikhail, is Mr. Attorney at Law believes Riddick Bowe is the best or one of the best inside fighting heavyweights of all time. I disagree tremendously. I'm not saying he was a bad inside fighter, but one of the greatest ever. A fighter can get brain damage from one punch. Doesn't always have to be prolonged ass whooping. That's not the point, Skylar. The point is he didn't have it before that fight, and he had it after. It was clear that he got it from that fight. And usually it is continued blows. Nobody gets a brain damage. Well, I shouldn't say nobody. Very rarely from one punch. Yeah, noticeably no. Well, as long as you heard it. Hey, what's up, Franklin? I haven't seen you in a couple days. Roll the tape showing Bowe fighting, moving back. Like, you want me to play the video that I made? All right, I'll play the video. I'll play the video since you want me to play the fucking video. I'll play the shit. You want me to play it? I'll play it. I ain't even playing around with you anymore. Here we go.
The worst low blow in boxing history. 1996. Riddick Bowe and Andrew Galata square off. Galata immediately picks up where he left off, dropping Bowe. Bowe gets up and fires back, which brings Galata's frustration to the surface in the form of a headbutt. Big Daddy continues valiantly firing missiles as the two engage in World War III. Galata gets the better of these exchanges until Bowe lands a clubbing 1-2, which leaves Andrew stumbling around like a dude failing a sobriety test on the side of the highway, and Bowe pounces like a starved leopard for the kill. But Galata fires off a series of jewel crushers which parachute Riddick to the floor. This ratchet recuperative tactic gives Andrew the breather he needed to continue his effective onslaught. After having the sonic rings knocked out of his beanbag, a drained Bo poses little resistance and French kisses the canvas once again. The Brownsville native rises, and although he shows heart, Galata continues the demolition, battering.
Bailey, all of this ass whooping is in the pocket. These dudes are sitting in the pocket like loose change. This is where he's doing all this fucking damage, is in the phone booth. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but let's keep going.
Riddick like a chicken finger, landing clean grenades, giving Riddick reoccurring vertigo. However, Bo comes back with the fortitude of a lion protecting his cubs, knocking the sweat off Andrew's melon with numerous battering ram right hands. Riddick's exhilarating momentum swing now seemingly has Andrew waving a mental white flag. And after Bo lands an uppercut to the belt line, Galata explodes with an extra crispy three-piece to Riddick's walnuts, dropping Bo and forcing the referee to disqualify Galata, ending the night.
Yeah, that was a merciless ass whooping, inside and out. Is it true Taylor was damaged goods after he fought? Yes, absolutely. I mean, a few more fights damaged him, but it was mentally more too. I always wonder what would have happened if Taylor would have got the victory against Chavez. Would it have mentally turned a switch on in him and made him, you know what I mean? Made him be a superstar. Permanent damage to the brain happens over time, though. Chronic swelling, this guy's neurons and brain. Abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah, absolutely. Mikhail, I like that. That's absolutely true. In the pocket like a traditional quarterback. Word. It was an extra crispy three-piece. Yeah, those were. But he did on purpose. See, so we were talking earlier where Paulie Malignaggi said that Tank's a bitch for taking a knee. Nah. What Galata did is a bitch. His way to get out of the fight, that's a bitch move. Hitting somebody low. But Tank didn't want to get out the fight. Tank just wanted to get a second to breathe, and he was willing to take his consequences. They just never came on him. That sounded bad, but you know what I mean. They never came to him. Taylor suffered brain damage that fight. He suffered brain damage. It wasn't that fight. Afterwards, he wasn't slurring. Roll the Holyfield tape. Nah, because we agree that he was whooping Holyfield's ass on the inside. That's not the argument. The argument is that Holyfield's a smaller heavyweight. That's the argument. And mind you, Holyfield still dropped his ass and was clipping him. Brutal and deliberate. Yeah, mad deliberate. HBO was ready to make Taylor their flagship fighter. Yo, Taylor was so fucking smooth with it. So smooth with it. All right, let's do it. You guys want to do it? Let's fucking do it. Let's do it. Why are we fucking around with this shit, right? Why are we even fucking around with this? Oh, wait. No, that's too long. Wrong one. Hold on. Hold on. Here it is. Hey, where the fuck is it? Damn. Why don't I have that one? Huh. I guess I don't have it. I don't have a long. I have a short one. All right, let's see this one then. I thought I had I only have a short version of Chavez, but check this out. This is what Taylor was.
The fastest combination puncher in history might have been Meldrick Taylor. Taylor captured gold in the 1984 Olympics, and after only 4 years as a pro, Meldrick used his four-leaf clover skill to snatch the super lightweight crown, and then in 1990, Taylor collided with 68-0 Mexican legend Julio Cesar Chavez in one of the most notorious fights and questionable stoppages in history. Taylor dazzled Chavez with blistering combinations that would leave the Flash scratching his head, including throwing a Guinness record-breaking 21-punch rainstorm. Wildly enough, the ref ends up stopping that fight with only 4 seconds to go, leaving the whole planet baffled. After which, the Philadelphia native bounces back to snatch the welterweight crown. In his prime, Meldrick AK-47 combinations like he was on a shooting range. Taylor's punch variation and explosiveness was truly stellar. Meldrick repped Philly to the core, always staying in the...
By the way, guys, I'm not fast forwarding this at all. That's how fast he was actually throwing them. I'm not fast forwarding the footage. None of it.
Pocket and engaging in nuclear warfare. He employed slick head and waist movement in that phone booth. Taylor also rocked agile movement and footwork, sliding on dudes like he was on ice skates. Meldrick is truly top 5 all-time in hand speed, but he could also crack, dropping more guys than narcolepsy, compiling 20 KOs throughout his career. Although Meldrick fought till 2002, he was never the same after Chavez. And his loss to Terry Norris in 1992 seemed to mark the end of his prime. He was only 26 years old.
Boom. That, my friends, was a sad ending. Speaking of brain damage, I sparred this idiot who was trying to throw bombs at me, outweigh me by 30 pounds, and I still outboxed his ass. Yeah. You know what you do with those kind of dudes, Mikhail? Body shot. Listen to me very carefully. I'm not even trying to be funny. Listen to me carefully, Mikhail. Solo plex shots. If you don't know what that is, that's right here, right underneath the chest bone, right there. Straight solo plex shots, or spin and hook, but land square right there. You do that, you're going to drop anybody, especially, Mikhail, listen to me carefully. If you hear them breathing hard and you know they're tired, you bang them right in the solar plex. It's a wrap. That shit is a wrap like Christmas. Watch Meldrick tonight, but I forgot about his movement. Yeah, he was dope. Learned about a few new fighters today. Shout out Meldrick. Word. You never knew Meldrick, CJ? What's that got to do with brain damage? Speaking of brain damage, because you can get brain damage from dudes pounding on you who are bigger. What's up, Marcus? What the deals? What's up, Big Mosh? So don't forget, guys, you want to enter this raffle. I need about 10 more entries. We're almost there. It looks like it's definitely going to happen because I think we'll get it. What's going on, Chicago? What are you ranting about? Who are you upset with? What's the problem? ¿Qué pasó, señor? Dígame. Dígame, tranquilo, tranquilo. ¿Por qué tú upseto? I can't. I tried. I don't even know if you speak Spanish. You might not, for all I know. You're American. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody fucking with parents from a different country. I don't even know if your parents are from fucking Mexico. You could be second generation. Who the fuck knows, right? I talked to you before. You don't have an accent at all, so. Anyway. Believe Camacho was faster. You think Camacho was faster than Meldrick? All right, let's see. Let's see what everybody else thinks. Let's see what everybody else thinks. Oh, just got a cash out. I didn't see what it was, though. Let's see. This is a video. I'm not going to play it. It's one of my first videos. Who just sent me the cash out? Oh, shit. Damn. C Jizzle with another one. And another one. CJ is on point like a snipe. This dude, he's tied with Polo Buck. They both got 6 entries. Polo Buck and CJ both got 6. Exponentially increasing the likelihood that they shall win these gloves. I love Macho, but Taylor was faster. I don't know, man. Fuck it, fine, I'll play it. I'm going to play it. This is one of my first videos that really... And watch now, guys. Watch the difference in this video in me. But this is the first video that I had to bust 1 million views. Was this one? But watch the difference in me. This video is from. When did I do it? It doesn't say. Created. It doesn't say. But anyway, all right, let's do it. Let's do it.
The flashiest the fastest hands in history, Hector Camacho. From the Spanish Harlem section out of my hometown in Manhattan, NYC, Hector Macho Camacho was a legend. He was hip-hop before hip-hop, wearing flashy gold chains, driving nice cars, and having all the honeys around him. With 79 victories and only 6 defeats, Hector had a granite chin and was never knocked out. Macho had some of the fastest hands to ever lace up a pair of gloves. Macho could also crack because he brought many knockouts with those blazing fists. Known for his famous speed uppercuts, Macho would entertain the masses while knocking everybody out and put together combinations that have been seen very rarely in the entire history of the sport. Hector's also the only man to ever knock out Sugar Ray Leonard. Even though Ray was aging, it was still a feat unmatched. This Boricua's angle, speed, and flash made him a legend in boxing, ranking amongst the greatest Puerto Ricans to ever do it. What fighters do you guys think had faster hands than Macho? Tell me in the comments.
What do we think? Who was faster? Macho or Taylor? What do we think? What do you think? By the way, one of you guys or a couple of you always ask me, like, do I come off the top? Then I was coming off the top. That was just off the top. I recorded that. I didn't write it down back then. So you see, it's less zippy one-liners and shit. You know, it's not as good, but it's still, that's the first video to pop 1 million, is that one. It's the first video to pop 1 million. That one's the first one. I think, what's it at now? Let's see. It is at, what's it at? I don't even know where it is. Well, it's not one of my biggest ones. It's one of my biggest. But yeah, I don't know what it's at now, but it's my first video to bust a milli. Katie Taylor was faster. Oh, Jesus. Marco with the shit-eating grin. Huh? Macho faster than Taylor. Okay. I can't respect old school fighters. I'm not sure why. You can't expect dudes who fought more frequently, fought better competition more frequently, fought longer rounds, and when there was less champions, so it was harder to be a champion. Outside the box thinking. What up, blood? Hey, Marco. Ness said that Haney has a better career than Tito Trinidad. He didn't say that. Did he really say that? Did he say it while he was just interviewing Haney's father? Clear those things up. Did he just say it while he was interviewing Haney's father? And did he really say that? Was he serious or was he joking? Nah, he couldn't have really said that. I don't believe it. Just outside the box. Be specific. Yes to what? To all? Yes to what specifically? My mellow. He said it to Gabe Rosado. When? Prince Nassim Ahmed is the top 5 hardest punchers in boxing history, pound for pound. Maybe I have him, maybe even top 3. Speed was tremendous, but punching power, top 3 ever. Maybe because they're all jealous of Floyd Mayweather. Roll the Holyfield versus Bo tape. Show him old school heavyweights. Fine, I'll do it for you. You know what? I realized too. You don't have a wrench. I'm gonna have to go through some wrenches right now. Well, let's do this real quick. I want to hand out some wrenches like I'm fucking Oprah. Which one do you believe you deserve a wrench? Let me hand them out. I'm definitely going to give one to Bailey. Where the fuck is he? Bailey's getting one. Boom. Moderated out this bitch. Who else we got? All right. Well, I'm going to keep looking, but for now, let me play this. You want me to do Bo Holyfield? I played it today. But you want me to play it again? I'll play it again. Whatever you want to do. You want to rock with it? Let's rock with it. We're gonna rock with it all night.
The most thrilling heavyweight trilogy in the Golden Era. 1995, Evander Holyfield starts his third fight with Riddick Bowe, staying on his toes like Mikhail Baryshnikov while countering from the outside. The former cruiserweight champ uses his smaller, agile stature to stay out of range, while snapping the slower 6'5" Brooklyn native with stinging counters. But just like their two first legendary fights, the two pugilists urgently jump in that phone booth like they're Clark Kent, and step toe-to-toe like they're waltzing on Dancing with the Stars. The art of war compels every fiber of their being, as they both go into a frenzy like a great white circling a wounded seal, which results in Joe Cortez having to peel them apart like a fruit roll-up. They continue leaning on each other while dropping grenades. But Bowe's 30-pound weight advantage starts wearing away at Evander's stamina. Riddick's uppercuts soon find the perfect home like they're using Zillow. The real deal then abandons the phone booth like he just got a cell phone, going back to his strong suit of boxing from the outside. But Riddick presses Evander and lands some cinder blocks that force the Atlanta native to hold. Bowe then uses Holyfield's warrior spirit against him by planting his feet deep like eucalyptus roots and inviting Evander to exchange. The 1984 bronze medalist takes the bait like a starving trout and parks directly in front of Bowe, as he wears Holyfield down like NASCAR tires with repeated jackhammer uppercuts upstairs. The Brownsville native then switches up like Lindsay Lohan in Freaky Friday, going downstairs to land a monster body shot that visibly hurts Evander. But Holyfield suddenly refuels with high octane like he was at an Indy 500 pit stop. Evander then blasts Bowe with a counter that rocks him. This gives Holyfield the blueprint and supreme confidence to stay in the pocket like car keys. Shortly after, Evander lands an identical counter that topples Bowe onto his back like he attempted a trust fall in an empty room. Bowe gets up and Evander jumps on him, but Bowe is able to smother and tie up until he clears the cobwebs. The pummeled, exhausted Georgia native abandons his previously effective boxing game plan and instead keeps swinging like Babe Ruth for another home run. But the delirious ATL native doesn't realize that Riddick's recharged like he just ate a Snickers. After sitting in the cut, Bowe suddenly lands a tree-splitting thunderbolt that face plants Evander like he stepped in a Times Square pothole while sprinting. The brave ex-champ gets up but is repeatedly clubbed like a seal until he collapses onto the ropes, forcing the ref to stop the fight.
A tree-splitting thunderbolt. Where do I come up with this shit? I forgot I said that. So, that was very impressive, as I said. But, again, 30 pounds heavier, 2-3 inches taller, somebody who just stayed there and did this and was getting clipped with uppercuts because he was doing the cross-arm defense, or he would defend like this, Holyfield. He's one of the few people that instead of going like this, if you noticed, watch this next time you see Holyfield, his glove always is at the top of his head. So his elbows are almost parallel with his nose. He would cover up like this. So while it's impressive, styles make fights. And to me, an amazing inside fighter portrays that specific skill throughout the course of his career, not just against one specific opponent who is vulnerable and susceptible to it. Did you feel me? Unk, surprised by his own. Yeah, man, that was kind of dope. Now, I like doing that because I reuse bars, as you guys know by now. If you watch me enough, I reuse a lot of the bars when they fit. And I forget a lot of them. I should start writing down the ones I think are dope. You got a white uncle like me? Hey, B, what up? Khan has better combination speed. Ryan is better, faster one-punch speed. Really just his left. His right's good, but his left is... Not gonna lie, you gotta be a shark to have a cross guard. Frozen. Who's Frozen? Old school fighters are just Gabe, Raza, all fucking trash. Have you ever seen Klitschko fight like that? Lewis? Lewis, yes. Absolutely. Do you remember that uppercut that he hit Klitschko with that almost took his fucking head off? Lewis could fight on the inside, for sure. So if you're saying, Mr. Bailey, what are you laughing at, Cleo? If you're saying that Riddick Bowe is one of the best in-fighters for somebody 6'5" and above, if you're going to say that, then we might be on the same page. Because it's way harder as a tall man and way less common inside fight. But as a heavyweight, as a whole, no. A lot of other heavyweights are better inside fighters. But as you're talking the best in-fighting big man, maybe. I'll have to think about that. So if you want to restructure the statement, I'll look at it through that lens. But I still don't agree with your initial statement. What you laughing at, homegirl? Yo, you think Ryan's going to pop again? That would be fucking hilarious. It won't be hilarious. That should be sad because that takes one layer out of boxing that we enjoy. I don't know, Mamoon. I don't know. I don't like it. Is Ness still alive? Might be that. Let's see. Yeah, Ness is still alive, so that's probably what it is. That's good, though. Motherfucker can't go on all night. I respect your white collar, no tootie. Confused, but okay. Do a background. Oh, do a background checks on people, huh? What's up, Marcos? Smoking, watching this. It's Marco. No S. But no problem. Will, let me ask you a question. Where are you from? Where are you from? What age? After Ryan destroys Haney, what's going on to be Haney's excuse? Well, if you follow the Wilder fans, anybody who wants to make an excuse can find one, and any fan base that blindly supports because of tribalism will support it. They'll go for it. So it doesn't really matter. In the fight game, studied it, definitely best in fighting big man. Joe Louis was best pure puncher. Best in fighting big man. So you did restructure your statement. Okay. I could work with that. Best in fighting big man. I got to think a little bit, Bailey, but I'll get back to you on that one. You might be right now if you restructure it that way. Big man is one thing. Heavyweight, no. Marco, I'm boot Ness offline. So every time it comes to you got hacking skills like that? It's obvious if Ryan tests positive, Bill Haney is behind it. As long as Ryan is clean, there's no need for an excuse. That's not true. There will be one. So you like Ryan. Do I like Ryan? Yeah. I mean, if he was proven to be a cheater 100%, then no. Actually, I can still like the way he fights, but yeah, I wouldn't want to see him fight again. But he's exciting to watch fight. He's turned into a character, so he's fun to watch in general now. A bit of a Chicago. Oh, you're a young buck. Chi-Town, baby. You know my man Kendall Gill? KG. Speaking of KG, just liked my video twice. Kevin Garnett. Bill Haney told all his employees to post every day about Ryan's PD use. Damn. It might shock you who I believe is the best body puncher in the heavyweight division today. Who is it? Oh. I feel bad for Rolly and Haney. They're going to have to fight a focused Ryan. Well, we don't know what Ryan's going to be focused on. Ryan's antics are obnoxious, so he's good for boxing. But he's good for boxing. Unfortunately, it is. Just like Jake's antics are good for boxing, even though they could be obnoxious. Anything that generates more eyeballs, more advertiser money, more fans, more support is good for it. Now, I will say, the racist shit Ryan did and that Tio does, that's not good for it. When you start being racist to stir up controversy, that I don't agree with. But all the other shit, fair play. Just give me the word and that stream going to crash. Can you really crash a stream? I don't believe it. I don't want you to crash this, but can you really crash a stream? Who will drop more N-bombs in the press conference, Ryan or Rolly? Neither. Tio. Tio's the one who still says it. Those guys stopped. I don't think Rolly uses the N-word. Best body puncher, period, maybe Inoue. Tio was more obnoxious than Ryan. He is not good for boxing. Tio seems more like he's joking, like he doesn't mean it, where Ryan seems like he might have meant it. It's hard to tell. I'm not watching all right because of the racist shit, right, Cleo? Mamoon, you're telling me, but you know the deal. Imagine like Devin Haney or Sugar. Ryan is your king. You should get a t-shirt that says, "This is your king," ? In quotations, and then at the bottom put -E-Rock. That should be your t-shirt. You see Jake Paul signed Alicia. I did. Rolly's black. No, he's not. Eon, you're black. You should know that. Armor Pilates just does Pilates all day. He centers his chi. Chisora, you meant to say, right? Though washed up. Anyway, absolute beast. Chisora is the best body puncher at heavyweight? Rolly mother is not black. I've seen his parents. What you talking about? Let me see. Rolando, Rolly, Romero. I'm almost positive they're not black. Let's see. She looks black to you? Let me see. Okay. I kind of get what you're saying. So you guys tell me. Does this woman look black to you? She look black to you guys? You tell me. Talk to me. Does she look black? Yes, no? Spit it out. Does this woman look black? Yes. Okay, let's keep going. To me, I would say Hispanic, not black. Obviously, Hispanic with, like, if she did her DNA, sub-Saharan African would come up. Maybe 50%, but not full black. Mixed. That's what I would say. She looks half-half. She got fucking freckles, for Christ's sake. Filipina? Nah, chill. Black is me. Shit, black is me too. Below the... All right. Sorry, that was an old white guy dad joke. Below the waist, I'm black. Forget it. She's black, just light-skinned. Light-skinned. All right. Anyway, so being his mom looks like that, I guess it does give him a little bit of, right? Is that what we're saying? It gives him a little bit of merit to spit out the N-word, or no? I don't know the rules. Yeah, she looks mad Dominican. You're right. First inaugural one for the day.
Oh, that's racist.
You got me, Ian. You got me. No, thanks for the gloves, Marco. Better fit than OJ. You might do it, man. You're tied now with what's his face? 6 each. Rolly might beat Ryan. We have not really seen Ryan on weight without steroids. We need to see it. You think Rolly's going to beat Ryan? Nah, nobody won it yet, Mamoon. We didn't do it yet. You got it. I need 10 or 12 more entries. Let's say 12 more entries and we're done. We're doing it. It's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. So Mamoon, you got a chance. Anybody else want to double up to increase your chances? Go for it. And if this raffle goes well, which I think it is so far, I'm going to raffle off something else. I get a lot of sponsorship shit. Gloves. I get t-shirts. A lot of shit. Rolly might beat Ryan. We have not really seen Ryan on weight without steroids. All right. I'm putting 10 entries tomorrow. Well, you do that, Eon. You'll probably win because these dudes, the most they have is 6. Tio better worry about Barbosa. That's a fact, Mikhail. That is a fact. Waddies. Canelo is Mexican. Is Irish people Spaniard conqueror? Word. That sounded spicy. Like gay? Marco, slide me something for the free. I'm an OG. Man, I'm still trying to get that disgusting comment you wrote about Roy out of my head. So, how about you slide me something for the damn PTSD I got from that? Auction off a year's supply of soursop. I don't even have that much soursop. Speaking of, where's Rob at? Marco, are we OG here? Yeah, you've been around for a minute. Your raffle's like the NBA lottery pick. How so? Explain. Nah, my raffle's like you only entered once, Bailey, if I'm not mistaken, right? So you have less of a chance. It's just fair. If somebody's going to spend more money, then they should have more of a chance. No? I think so. I think that's fair. So you'll see. I found an app and everything. I'm going to do it live. Put the names in. I'll scroll through quickly so you can all see all the names. And then boom, we hit the button and it chooses. Marco, I was logging that day. I did not write that. What does lagging mean? Of course you wrote it. What you talking about? I don't know what the fuck lagging means. You kept what lagging? Like what? Like you're tired or you're drunk? What the fuck's that mean? I'd enter in another raffle. Those gloves. Then go ahead. How much just to buy it right now? No, I'm not doing that at this point. Unless it's like you give me like a G, then I'll pay everybody back and take the, if it's, but at this point, unless it's a lot of money, I'm not doing that because everybody put in enough that I'm not going to do that. Showbiz made me write it. Okay. That is like the NBA lottery pick. Isn't that like any lottery? I'm not sure yet. I was going to give it another 5 days. Once I get another 12 submissions, it's over. His Wi-Fi wasn't messing up. His brain was messing up. Ed Urquiola. Ed Urquiola. ¿Qué pasa? Callum Walsh has not faced top competition yet, but he looks to have very good speed and power. That is an astute observation. I agree with you. Word up. Word up. That's on point. All right. Broke boys, buy up these raffle tickets. Word. Gave up Super Chat for Lent. Donating to poor. After Lent, then Super Chat again. Well, that sucks for me, but do what you gotta do. Promoters right now should lock down their fighters in 10 years. By the way, but if you put the raffle in, that's not a Super Chat. That's a totally different thing. It's not even through YouTube. Just saying. Promoters right now should lock down their fighters in 10-year contracts to TKO. Okay. I'm very sorry for making an appropriate joke in this establishment and for giving Marco PTSD. I sincerely apologize. Well, young sir, the apology has been accepted.
Thank you. Come again.
I'm starting to feel sick again a little bit. Shit hits me at night. Gave up lint for sake of my belly button. This fucking guy. Maybe I'll sell you my club since you're so into comedy. TKO Boxing knows that white UFC fans don't like Mexicans and blacks. That is funny. You like the lint joke? Okay, clear. We know what kind of humor you like. Old white dad humor. Because to me, that was an old white dad. A Jewish. Man, you ever hear the Borscht Belt, CJ? That's what they used to call like all the old Jewish comedy clubs on the road. Borscht Belt. And it'd always be like, hey, I looked around and I gave up the lint out of my belly button. Like, that's kind of shit they would say. So I guess you and Kalia like old Jewish jokes. Salute, Mark. God bless you, boy. You too, Camille. What's crack-a-lacking, Camille? Camille, did you enter the raffle? Because we're about to close it out in a few days. The word is Dana White is going to start his boxing program by taking Callum Walsh under his wing. All right. I just heard somebody in the chat told me that he's doing a $750,000 salary cap for the league, the TKO league. I don't believe that. Somebody like Canelo won't even shadow box for $750K. So, what made you start a? I don't want to talk about it if you don't mind. No, man, I don't know how to send you money. Are you the one who's Canadian? You can't do PayPal? You can do PayPal. Do PayPal. If you can do PayPal, boom. I'll put up the banner. You see my email address? It's on. Like Donkey Kizzle. Ain't no star taking a pay cut in this economy. Yeah, this economy is what's probably going to destroy my business. But that's all good. Haha, 750. He's already trying to. I don't know if that's true, though. Somebody said that. That doesn't make sense. I do mind. You mind what? Dana can't fight his own UFC fighters. Good. Dana White only knows how to connect with white fans. Damn, you mad racist kid. But you're probably right, though. Marco, boxing banner 5. Let's see. Boom. Got it. All right, hold on. I'm just trying to do something here. My bad, people. My bad, motherfuckers. All right. Now I'm going to make a better screen thing for here. So it shows my PayPal too. All right, let's go back on. E-Rock. Thoughts on Ryan and Rolly. Haney says he a welterweight, but us fighting at a catch weight 144. But is fighting, you meant to say, right? The thoughts are that all these guys are kind of in the middle. I think that's obvious, right? They can't make 140, but 147 is a little too high. So they're trying to meet in the middle. There's nothing wrong with that. Fuck it. Dana White got away with putting hands on. I know. Got away, meaning like nobody. People treated that just like they treated Tyson fucking up a guy on the airplane. Like it's okay. Like, yeah, she hit him first, but still, it's a feat. Like, that was weird. Yeah, people were like, oh, that's not cool. But yeah, but long night of drinking. What are you going to do? And Tyson, the famous, don't poke the bear. Okay. That's funny, best. Like the cap idea because we will see more fights. Nah, I can't do cap ideas. Or you can, but it can't be 750. That's probably for like non-champions or some shit. And is it per fight or is it per year? Like, what are the details? And I'm not sure that's true. Marco Turkey texted me back saying, stop creeping after my 76. No, he didn't. No, he did not. And if he did, that's fucked up because now it ruined my chances. He didn't say that. Dana White is going to remove that Ali Act. I love Dana White now. Donald Trump will remove that bill. I'm going to tell you guys something. The Ali Act is not necessarily good. The Ali Act basically is there to get you out of contracts if you want. That's the only thing it can do still. Other than that, it can't do anything. How Dana White saying he'll make... That's why how Conor McGregor fought Mayweather. He used the Ali Act to get himself out of the contract with Dana White. Do you think it will hurt Tio not having Reynoso train him for this fight? Maybe. Tank and Roach said 95K. Huh? What you mean? Tank beat his girl. He grabbed her by the arm forcefully on camera. He didn't beat her. I'm not saying he doesn't, but what we saw was not him beating anybody. Like May said, I've never been arrested for nothing domestic. That's a dope line. What do you say? Smoke trees, my teeth are never yellow. He's like, I'm a mellow fellow. I smoke trees, my teeth never yellow. Tank and Roach didn't sell. Oh, that's what he's saying. What was the pay-per-view numbers? Right? If it's not good Why would promoters want to repeal it? Because it prevents, so the Ali Act basically, what it really does is doesn't allow one person or one entity or one organization to be a promoter, a manager, all at once. Promoter, manager, what's the other one? Agent, all at once. Doesn't allow that, right? Because the way boxing is currently structured. But in a league, you have to have everybody. The league is everything. That's how all leagues are. You can be a promoter, and you could, you can do, it's not just promoter manager, it's a couple things that aren't allowed. But in a league, that's what leagues are, right? The promoter also manages, not an agent. Agent's different, but a promoter and a manager, the manager, that basically in boxing, that's the dude being like, all right, I'll get you this fight. I'll get you this fight. Okay, I'll get you this fight. In the league would be like, no. Like NBA, no, this is the schedule. This is who you fight. They do it all at once. So that's why they want to get rid of it, because they can't run a proper league without them being the promoters and the managers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good with it, because the way boxing is now is fucking cripple. No good. Give me 1 second, guys. My bad. So that's why it's okay. Just like being a UFC champion, nobody cares and holds no weight. Mute button works, raw dog. Mute people you don't like. It's pretty simple, unless, of course, you enjoy going back and forth online with someone. Oh, okay. Boxing Voice interviewed my coach. Just found this. That's dope. Ryan will KO Rolly with a left hook. That, E-Rock, is a very likely prediction. Good job. Raw Dog? Yeah, man. His last name should be Syphilis. Yo, daddy. Right? That first name. That's the last name, probably. Middle name, Burnin. Stepped out the house, stopped short. I'm burning up. What have I done? Stuck my dick in. Marco ain't Dexter, that show with this. Yup. Absolutely. Thank you, Boxing Guru. Thank you. E-Rock. Nope. Rolly on top. He gonna KO Ryan. Look at UFC crowd and boxing crowd. Tell me what you see. UFC is a bunch of white boys who like rock and roll, who probably got beat up by their dads or shown no love. And boxing crowd is more dudes from the hood, I feel like. We need to see young fighters fight each other. That is why I do not want to see Bivol versus Biv again. Better Biev, you meant, right? I agree. Hopefully, this league will do what it got to do. If you ain't going in Raw, you ain't even a man. Word. Your shit probably stinks. I'll tell you that. I hope you bathe in pure rubbing alcohol after every encounter you have, because that's nasty. Except Devin, he ain't from the hood. No, he said fans, not fighters. I agree. We used to see the best fighters fight when they were 25, not waiting. Yeah, of course. Haney and Shakur both disliked fighters right now. I disagree. Haney, nah. Tio and Ryan, probably. And Jake Paul. I don't want to see Tank versus Shakur because it will ruin their records plus potential paydays. Roy Jones, the GOAT. You know how to get on my good side, don't you? You know how to get on my good side.
I must have forgot.
You ain't in gonna game until you get burned. Ew. I'm a diehard union man. I support anything that keeps the fighters from being exploited. Word up. Money has watered the fight game. Haney really hated? Why? The fuck did he do? Because he sued Ryan? Somebody who's hated is somebody who's racist. Like, that's probably more hated than Haney. If Tank knocks out Roach, what's next for him? Probably Jake Paul. Probably like, all right, now let's get to this fight we're going to do. Then he'll retire. Even a goat can get his horns cracked. I seen it. Ooh. I like that, CJ. Like, let's say I do a video when Ali lost to Norton. Like, the night the GOAT got his horns cracked. CJ, that, my friend, is, as the young kids say, bars. Let me use that. That is dope. The night the GOAT got his horns cracked. Good shit. Good shit. See, Jizzle. Ew, Jizzle. That doesn't sound good. Later on, are you out? You going to sleep? What's the deal? Everyone talking shit about Haney. Every video I see. Haters. Like E-Rock. Ryan fans don't care what he does or says, so he won't ever be most hated. Well, by his fans, but what about the rest of the earth? Haney had excuses, sued his old lady, cheated, and he not humble. Cruz' last fight was an instant classic. Need a rematch. Cruz was actually supposed to fight Ryan. Marco, what makes Roy Jones your favorite fighter? Simple.
Y'all must have forgot.
Haney can fight. What did Devin say? He had a chin for getting up. That means he has heart. Agreed. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Chin is one thing, heart's another thing. Agreed. He did keep getting up, though. So did fucking Deontay Wilder. That motherfucker was getting... You guys ever see that old... You guys are probably way too young. What are they called? The... Candy... what the fuck was it called? That old sketch show... The Canadians... Something with candy. God damn it. Now I'm forgetting. Sketch show... Candy... Canadians... Kids in the Hall. The sketch show Kids in the Hall. There was a sketch where this dude was in a bar and he got fucked up. Little guy by a big guy. And he just kept coming back to get his ass whooped. And it's comedic. So at the end, he's missing his arm. He's like, well, swollen. He's like, oh, outside. And the guy finally is like, he just whooped his ass 30 times. And then the guy's coming in. He's like crawling on the floor, like pulling himself with his arms because his legs are broken. He's like, you thought that outside. And he keeps, that's what Wilder was like. He was like Kids in the Hall. Like, he just kept coming and coming. Pitbull stank. That's Marco's game. What does Devin look like? He has so much power. Yeah, weird. I'm with you, Mamoon. I agree. Thank you. It's Kids in the Hall, not Strangers with Candy. That movie was called Strangers with Candy, but the movie is Kids in the Hall. And I believe that skit I'm talking about was not in the movie, but it was on their show on HBO. Outside of those knockdowns, Haney was doing well. No, he wasn't. Ryan just wasn't fighting, Bailey. It's not doing well when your opponent just Victorville shells it up. Literally. Ryan just Victorville shelled it up and let Haney pop off. I don't think he was doing well. It had nothing to do with what Dev was doing. That Ryan controlled that fight. When he didn't want to punch, Dev could punch because Brian let him, clearly. And when he put his foot on the gas, which happened 5 or 6 times, he fucking knocked him down or hurt him every time. Why every time some fighters lose, excuses come out the clockwork? Because when you're undefeated in boxing, especially somebody like Wilder who knocked everybody out, you don't understand where that puts your ego and your mentality. You literally just cannot digest or metabolize a loss. It's just there's no way in your head. No, wait. What happened? Something must have been off, you know. It's human nature, really. Attorney's capping. Agreed. The attorney works for lids because he's capping. Do they still have lids? That's like used to be a hat store. They probably LIDZ, I believe, right? If me and oh boy end up with equal entries, send us 1 glove each. No, the app picks one person. Wilder was invincible at one time, like Tyson. No, he was never invincible. Never. Because he always had that, disagree. He always had that hole in his, he doesn't have fundamentals. He only has a right hand, blah, blah, blah. Tyson, though, seemed to have 0 vulnerabilities. Wilder always had. His vulnerabilities were just oozing out of him. Always. Them scorecards were crazy. Never seen a fight that was close. Yep. Haney took the Ryan fight easy. He didn't train. Rematch with Devin and Ryan will be classic. Yeah, but what happens if Ryan or Devin lose right now? That instantly dilutes that shit. Dilutes it like a Jack and Coke at a dive bar. Ryan will stop Haney. I believe he will. If he's focused. Haney going to plan out the window because Ryan talked about Haney mom. No. Haney game plan to go out the window. Haney got hit with that first left hook literally seconds into the fight, Franklin, and he never recovered. That's what happened. All that's bullshit. Yeah, he maybe should have tried to box, but even when he did, Ryan was too explosive. And how are you going to try and box somebody who's just waiting there, Victorville shelling it, letting you attack him? It was actually smart in a way. I know he did it because he was tired, but it made Haney be like, get used to just, I got to go forward because this guy's just covering up and letting me. And then out of nowhere, Ryan would just, dude would erupt like a dude's first night on prom. Mad quick erupt. Blast off like your first time prom night with the quickness. I call fights as I see them, not biased. Do you think Mark Breland did the right thing? Of course. What? He's getting fucking his ass whooped. My man Malik Scott should have called in the towel the second fight sooner. Threw in the towel, excuse me. Devin can and will beat him easy if he boxes. We'll see. That was my prediction, Franklin, in the first fight. Devin by clinic. Just like I thought Tank would win by knockout. Both were wrong. You know what I'm saying? We do not have crystal balls shoved up our asses. We are not Miss Cleo's brother. We don't know. Biggest hype job in the Middle East, dude from Top Rank. Who? What Middle East dude? Haney, yeah. Wait a second, Mamoon. Wait a second, Mamoonster. Is there a Haney versus Blair Cobb sparring session out there? Because I'll break that shit down forthwith. Forthwith. If there is, please put it in the chat. Did I? Of course I did. Oh, wait. No. Of their first fight? No. I did not. Should I? Maybe I should, right? Maybe I should because of the fights coming up. People might watch it. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. It's not a bad one. Let me see what Ryan can do when he has to make weight. Yeah, let's see. Do you see Bill try to lie about Gabe's father not being in his life? No, I didn't see any of that. Haney will outpoint Ryan 8-4. Okay. Ryan's best bet is to KO Haney or knock him down. All right. All right. I still don't get why Wilder have someone to KO this. Yeah. Well, look, just because you beat somebody or they're not the best pro doesn't mean they're not a great trainer. That's matter of fact, most trainers weren't great fighters. Very few. None of the legendary greats in history were actually great fighters. What up, Malik? Sidney Moncrief's cousin. Ryan and Haney will resume what they left off. Knocked him out. Let him train me. Nah, I disagree. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Closer to the rematch. Yeah, true. If they have the rematch. Josue. What's crack-a-lackin'? Why are we down to 23? I'll tell you, the last 3 days have been pretty shit. Is it me? Is my energy down or something? What's going on? Why are these such shitty fucking lives? You guys are dope. I'm talking about viewership. Numbers-wise, shitty. D. Cole School Seymour 6-1. What's up? Hey, just want to say that your commentary is very entertaining. Thank you. Humorous. Thank you. Intelligent. Thank you. Makes many of us want to watch a lot of these fights over and over again in its entirety. Well, my friend, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Come again.
Welcome to the channel. I hope you're subscribed. If not, please do so. Julius Ballo and Abdullah Mason, biggest... Nah, you're wilding out. Abdullah Mason is nice with it. What about Karen that fought Boots for 24 rounds? Why not Karen in the mix? I don't know. Great question. Reynoso trained Ryan is different animal than Derek James' version. Better or worse? What we got here, Mamoon? The Mamooner. Have I ever seen this shit? Haney sparring... How long is it, though, if it's like a 20-second clip? Oh, shit. Wait, who is this? Blair Cobbs and Haney? You sure that's Haney? When is this from? 3 years ago. Okay. Is there, Mamoon, is there a different version of it that's better quality or that doesn't have the fucking live shit going up during it? All right, let's go down. You think Mason has a chin? I don't know. That we don't know. That's obviously the day will come when they lose bad. Yeah, I watched it. All right. That's them. All right. But there's no version that doesn't have the fucking live shit because that ruins the whole video. I hate that shit. I mean, I'll look, but I don't like that. Damn. Mason went down like 3 times in a fight already. So? Your numbers are down because I refuse to beef with Alberto anymore. That's what it is. Well, maybe we'll get a live one tomorrow. Yeah, David Benavidez's manager never got back to me. Let me ask her. Are we doing Friday? She hasn't responded. I want to get Benavidez on this bitch. Mason went down 3 times. Why does Dev have a heart, but Mason has a chin? No, they both have hearts. But Mason got 2 flash knockdowns. A little different. Dev got hurt. Went down probably like 5 or 6 times with a couple of them not called. If you call all of them. Did you feel me? Getting knocked down is a good test to have early. You never know how they will handle it. Word up. Mason's nice with it. You guys are going to see. Just like Boots. I think Boots is still nice with it. Just because he had some... Boots is still nice with it. You don't get dropped 3 times in a fight like Mason. You don't? Why not? Me and Berto actually are the same person, like Mankind and Cactus Jack. This is sports entertainment. Except you both were on my live at the same time with different voices simultaneously. AI, right? What if Mason gets caught by a power puncher? He's cooked. Well, sometimes when you're in there with a known power puncher, you're not going to get hit as easily because you're anticipating it. And by 2 different fighters, Dev got hurt by Linares too. That's how we know his chin was suspect. Mason got knocked down by a prospect. You can't, Guru, you cannot compare, like, each fighter's different, presents different offensive abilities, different defensive abilities, different liabilities. It's all different. You cannot, that's like a triangle theory statement. Matter of fact, sometimes it's easier to go down by somebody not so good because your fucking antennas aren't high up. Or somebody awkward. Ryan, PDs. I told you I was AI judge. I'm everywhere, like air. Word. Word up. All right. This coffee tastes weird. Tastes like there's steak in it. Nasty. That shit nasty. I'm about to go watch that. I'm going to watch an episode of that 50 Cent show with my wife. A show about his life. I forget what it's called. I'm starting to believe Ryan was on that shit. Was shit. Thick ass coffee. It's the fucking little heavy cream. A little heavy cream. No, it's milk and a little half and half. That's what it is. And a shot of an espresso's finest roast. What else we got, people? Talk to me. And we're dwindling. We had 50 yesterday, 30 today. Why? Well, why people always talking about grown man strength? What you mean? Because before he fought Tank, he started getting swole as hell. That's why they put the rehydration clause on him. And they thought he was juicing. You think so? You think they thought he was juicing? I don't know about that. Then it came out in the Dev fight. Marco, tell me why I saw CJ on a gay dating app.
Tutti frutti! Tutti frutti! Tutti frutti!
It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
How about you let CJ tell us about that? And Alberto's not even in the room anymore, is he? Oh, no Alberto. What happened to him? Right? What happened? Why was he in there? There's only one reason you'll be in a gay dating app. One reason. And I think it's not because he's gay. Because he done told enough women to adjust. They don't want to fuck with him anymore. So he just goes to those apps to get some male friends. Because the women, they can't fuck with him. He tells them all to adjust. They ain't trying to hear that shit. It's okay for me to buy mitts and gloves to hold for my wife. She wants to mitt. Is it okay for me to buy mitts and gloves to hold for my wife? Yeah. She wants to mix it up, exercise, but why wouldn't it be okay? You got to get on gay dating app and see who's on the app. No, I'm good. Terry Brown versus Sky Nicholson. Who you got? I don't really watch women's boxing. Tova, you are literally always at least an hour late. I'm just saying. I think you'd get a lot more out of the show if you put your ass in a little earlier. You had to be there also to see if it's true. It's okay to hold Miz as a purpose wife, even though, yeah, why not? I mean, if you know what you're doing, you're not going to hurt her. If you don't know what you're doing, I don't think, unless you have her throw her shoulder out in some crazy form. That's a great question, too. Big motion. The moon, but you know that whole whoever smelt it, dealt it. Whoever saw it, went raw with it. On a gay app, I mean, was you even in there yourself? Hey. Whoever saw it, went raw with it. I was checking who was on there. Yeah, I'll bet you were. See? You pushed Kalia the fuck out of the room with all this shit. Kalia, I apologize. These dudes are savage men. They don't respect the woman being present. Apologies. See what you guys did? And she's from Philly. She's seen and heard everything. You still fucking pushed her out. I don't judge who I am. Morales versus Inoue. Which Morales? Eric Morales? Which Morales we talking about? Huh? Which one we talking about? Which Morales we talking about, motherfuckers? Marco, please tell me you don't wear Drox. What are Drox? Eric. You know what I say, Quinn. I cannot do current fighters, but if I had to, like let's say Inoue retired right now and go Inoue, he's undefeated. How are you going to go against an undefeated fighter? But we can't do that. Bam versus Inoue. Inoue. Most overrated in history or current? Nah. But again, Eric Morales had a whole legendary career we can analyze and use data from. Inoue is still active, so let's talk about that when Inoue retires. But Morales at BPAC beats Inoue. He was okay. I got Inoue, no cap. I'm glad you're not capping. Marco used to have dreads. Current. So this is when you start lagging, talking about fucking dreads. That's just random. Better that than the other thing you said. Current. What'd you ask? Current what? Overrated? In history, current. I don't know, man. I mean, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson might be fuck Mike. Mike Tyson is the most overrated fighter in history. People have him in their top greatest of all time lists, which is wild to me. But again, we got to go over criteria. If you're looking at a dude's prime, then he's not overrated. But if you're looking at his whole career, or if you're looking at even the majority of his career, because his prime was so short, who the fuck has a 4-year prime? Then you could just say, well, he didn't meet his match yet. You know what I'm saying? Put a pool up in the fights. We won't see you. Huh? Current is Tank Davis or Rolly Romero. What about Michael Nunn? You think he's the most overrated? I don't think he's really rated that high. After James Toney disposed of him, how's that? Then the dude, you heard me, E-Rock. What you gonna do about it, E-Rock? What you gonna do? Come rip my roof off while I'm sleeping? Make me wake up to just a thunder shower? What you gonna do? I ain't scared of you. You heard me. Mike Tyson, he's Marco. Finally, he is overrated. Yeah, he's overrated. Oh, Kalia didn't leave. That's good. I'm just here to get directions on how to get away from here. Marco, what the fuck they out on? Hey, man. Okay, so here we go. A lot of you guys are new. My criteria for greatest fighter is the following. Their dominance, their skill, visible skill level, and their achievements. And the main one I look at their prime. So Mike Tyson is immediately disqualified from my criteria because his prime only lasted 4 years. Literally, from 85 when he turned pro, or to 89. 4 years, excuse me. Disqualified. After he lost to James Buster Douglas, he lost every single mega fight he was in. He beat washed up dudes for the belt, Bruce Seldon, who, and I love Mike, but we got to call it what it is, who clearly took a dive, or if he didn't dive, he fucking would go down if he just went like this. You can't go down from a hard stare and then be like, oh, well, you know. Frank Bruno, who was done at that point, he lost everybody and quit in a couple fights. The last fight against the white dude, McBride, he just sat there. He was fine. He just didn't want to get up. Sat there like he was stretching before a Bikram yoga session. Just sitting there with his legs out, stretching like he's about to do Bikram yoga. Didn't want to get up. Totally coherent. How is he the best ever? How is Mike Tyson one of the best ever? He only has 2 significant wins over legends. And really, 1 win over a legend in Larry Holmes, who was way over the hill. He only has 1 win over a prime fighter, a prime superstar, legend, Michael Spinks, who many can say was a blown up fucking lightweight. So how is he not overrated? What did he do? Because he was so ferocious? Ferocious. Yeah, he was destroying people for those 4 or 5 years. And he came back and he knocked a lot of people out after. But the greatest ever, he lost all his big challenges. And some that people wouldn't think he would lose. How's he the greatest ever? How? I don't get it. What am I missing? You lose to Holyfield twice. An old Holyfield, even though funny enough, Mike and Holyfield are the same age almost. But you lose to Holyfield twice, who had come off of heart injuries, getting fucked up by Michael Moore, getting his ass beat by Bo, like a battered Holyfield. Beats you twice. Fucks you up. You're losing every round to Francois Botha until you land 1 punch. Every round. Lennox, it was a fucking, you didn't even try against Lennox. That's how he fought Jake Paul. I'm going to come forward, take my beating like a man. Danny McBride beats you. Williams. Fuck's his name? The British black dude who I did a video. Now, let me show you guys something. Danny Williams. Let me show you why Mike Tyson's overrated. Let me show you. This is exactly why Mike Tyson's overrated.
Mike hits us with the throwback off rip, landing his patented right to the body, then uppercut. The 38-year-old Tyson then unleashes master lock level combinations, which leave Danny Williams balancing on one leg like someone flipped up his kickstand. Mike then detonates an uppercut that has Danny flailing around like he's on roller skates for the first time since childhood. The British native holds on for dear life like he's Lois Lane strapped on Superman's back. Iron Mike then aims downstairs and starts swelling up Danny's liver like hepatitis. The Brownsville native starts off round 2 by launching right-hand fastballs at Danny like he's in spring training. Williams continues shelling up as Tyson beats on him like he tried to buy an 8-ball with Monopoly money. Out of nowhere, though, Danny connects with a thudding left hook that leads to a vicious exchange that sees both men land cinder blocks. Mike begins round 3 on the prowl, but a rejuvenated Williams comes off the ropes wired like he just downed a liter of Jolt Cola. Mike then gets back on track, dropping more concrete on Danny than a local 1 bricklayer, landing vintage combinations with the same snap and thump that made Larry Holmes French kiss the canvas. But in round 4, Williams suddenly rises like a possum that was bitten by the...
This is one combination that he's landed. This is the first combination that Danny Williams landed after absorbing all those shots. The first one. And look how Mike reacts.
Walking Dead. and explodes with a 27-punch violent barrage that sits Mike on the ropes like he's on a playground swing.
That, you fucking goofballs, is why Mike Tyson is overrated. And he didn't get up. And by the way, he was fucking fine. He could have got up. He chose not to. And nobody criticizes Mike. I've noticed that. The few times he's quit, well, he was a legend. He's just old now. Mike was not in his prime when he lost to those guys. Oh, really? Was Mike in his prime when he lost to Buster Douglas? Was he in his prime when he lost to Holyfield? The answer is yes, he was 29. The answer, Attorney Bailey at law, is yes, he was 29. Oh, wait. No, he wasn't. He was older. Actually, let's see how old he was. Tyson versus Holyfield. I believe he was 29. That happened in 9. Yep, he was 29. I was right. He was 29 when he lost to Holyfield. That's not the prime? No? Interesting. He barely escaped from fucking Razor Ruddock. And he was 24 then. 29 is not your prime? Okay. As I said, his prime was 85 to 89. So in that aspect, yeah, he wasn't in his prime. But I don't put anybody as the greatest whose prime ended when they're 23. You can't have a prime from 19 to 23 and be the greatest fighter of all time. You can't. Especially when you fought nobody. Except one legit fucking fighter. That's it. The rest, Tony Tucker, all these other champions that he beat were all fucking in the lightest era of boxing. They weren't good champions. They weren't champions long, and they were all older. How's he not overrated? How is that the greatest fighter who ever lived? Do you want me to roll the James Buster Douglas fight? I can roll that if you'd like. Would you like me to roll the James Buster Douglas fight? Avoided. He fought everybody in his era. Avoided. What you talking about? Beat up old Pinklin Thomas, old Bone Crusher Smith. He beat up all these fucking old dudes. They were all bald. I could talk about it. They were already balding when he fought them. Like, they were old. Tony Tucker had a great Jerry curl. Yeah, Mitch Green gave him a problem. Tony Tucker almost dropped him with an uppercut. Lifted him up off the fucking ground like a sorcerer. Nah. Mike Tyson was not an all-time great. He has possibly the best combination of speed and power in history. He's possibly the most skilled boxer, heavyweight in history. Or boxer in his prime. But you must disqualify a short prime. In my opinion, you got to be fighting at least 7 or 8 years. A prime has to be at least 7 or 8 years to qualify. You can't have a 2-3 year prime, 4 year prime, 5. Can't even have a 5 year prime. No, 7, 8 years minimum. Minimum. I should even say 8, but I'll do 7. Which is true. You know how many fighters go undefeated and look amazing when they first turn pro? A lot. A lot. That's why what Wilder did was impressive, because his shit lasted 42 fights. His shit lasted 12 years or whatever. That's impressive. You could say after 12 years, okay. Mike, after 4 years? Oh, well, his prime's over. He took a lot of wars. Come on. E-Rock. You're the man, E-Rock. Only guy to ever stop Larry Holmes. What would he fucking do? I just said, in his prime, he was possibly unbeatable. So do me a favor, Bailey. This is for if CJ's still in here. But I just said that, so.
Open your fucking ears, jackass.
But we must eliminate his prime. We have to. He has to be disqualified from this talk. You want to put in somebody who fought only 4 years? Okay. Not me. Come on now. In any sport, Once you go to the Hall of Fame, you label as an all-time great. Nah. Do you know how many people go to the Hall of Fame in boxing? Sylvester Stallone's in the Hall of Fame. He never even threw a real punch in the ring. He's overrated like Wilder was. The KOs made. Nah. Wilder was not overrated. Wilder did it for a prolonged, sustained period of time. That's why he's not overrated. Mike did not do it for a sustained period of time. Mike's biggest accomplishment was being champion at 20. Exactly. And beating Holmes at the time. Don't forget, Holmes went on to fight and lose a lot after that. And of course, beating Spinks, was undefeated. Spinks fucking beat Holmes. Spinks a few years earlier beat Holmes, who was basically out of his prime at that point. That was the guy. That was the lineal. Spinks was the lineal champion at the time. Because he beat Holmes, and then the belts got, separated, and then it got WBA, all that shit got fucking separated right around that time. And Mike had to clean it up. Mike was the first guy to clean it up and unify them. But he wasn't looked at as the real lineal champ until he beat Spinks. That was impressive. And it was a destruction. 90 seconds. So much so where people are complaining, I pay all this money, I go to take a piss, I come back, it's over. That was the biggest complaint, was that he's knocking him out too fast then. But the Tyson that fought Frank Bruno was already, I did a video on it, was already done. Done. He was already shades of, yeah. Joe was dope. Had no power, but could fight. Haney maybe another 4-year fighter. Marco, make a video on how overrated Mike Tyson is, please. That's going to make people hate me, Mamoon. I'm not trying to make people hate me. I'm not trying to do shit for shock value. I'll tell you my opinion if I'm asked, but I don't go out of the way for shock value. I could make it in a way of like asking, was Mike Tyson, because he did lose, but I could do it in that aspect. Maybe I will. Because it's all about how you say it. I'm not trying to stir the pot. Some people do that. I'm not trying to do that. I just want to get out my real opinion and what I think are the real facts. Can't judge Marco. He lived through it. Was there to watch. Word life, baby. Iraq. 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 Only fight I seen from Mike was... I agree with that one, Iraq. That's your king? Holmes beat Mercer's ass. Who beat Morrison? Who beat... Yeah. Triangle theory. That was shocking. Nobody thought Holmes would beat Mercer. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. I'll do it in not like a stirring the pot at energy. Dude, stop with that. It's your king. I think it's kind of funny. We just will disagree. We could disagree. But see, that's the thing. None of us are right. Boxing is 99.9% what? Subjective. Your all-time great list is on your criteria. This isn't the law, Mr. Bailey, Esquire. There's nothing to follow, unfortunately. That's why we could have these dope talks. Nobody could be wrong or right because there's no fucking guidelines to follow at all. I move to, what do you guys say in court? Move to disqualify? Move to, when you want to remove, I move to strike Mike Tyson from the all-time talks on the grounds of under 7-year prime. And guess what? I'm the judge and the jury because it's subjective. So, motion granted, Marco. Mike Tyson has been stricken. Jury, please disregard all talks of Iron Mike Tyson by Bailey being submitted into the talks of being an all-time great. Ignore it. Carry on like you never said it. Thank you, Judge. You're welcome, Marco. Maybe. Wilder dominated way longer. Wilder knocked everybody out. Mike didn't. Now, Wilder never undisputed. People care about that. So Mike has that. But What would you rather have? Mike's career up until 89 or Wilder's career up until right before he fought Fury? Maybe Mike's for me till 89, but let's go a little further. If you take the time, would you rather have Mike's career up until, like 97 or whatever, and Wilder's career up until he fought Fury? If you stop them both within the whatever 10 years it was that Wilder was dominant, you take both their records. You'd rather have Wilder's 42 and 0, all knockouts, or Mike's like 35 and like 3 or 4 or whatever it was, getting knocked out twice and biting somebody out of frustration. Like, what looks better if you take their length of primes, of dominance? You can't include Mike's prime because it was only 4 years. Wilder's was like, what was he, 10, 12? I mean, let's see. Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder was dominated from 08 until his first loss to Fury. So 08 to 19. Okay, it's 11 years. 11 years. Okay? 11 years. So let's see. And Mike Tyson, at 11 years into his career, 85. So we're going to go to 97. Had lost twice to Evander Holyfield and once knocked out to Buster. So Mike Tyson, 11 years in his career, had been knocked out 3 times and only beaten one superstar. One in his prime, Michael Spinks. Deontay Wilder, 11 years in his career, was 42-0, knocked out everybody he fought, but he beat no superstars. What would you rather have? You answer the question. I just broke it down, and I'm going to go in a sec. But you answer the question. What would you rather have? 42-0, all knockouts? It was 41 knockouts because he rematched Stavern and knocked him out. But 42-0, knocked out everybody he faced? Or would you rather have 3 losses by knockout on your record with not one superstar victory? Excuse me, one superstar victory. What would you rather have? Answer, please. I'm asking you guys. 11-year career, 11-year prime, or career. What would you rather have? I'd rather go with Wilder's. Now, the thing is, we're not erasing. Wilder didn't have the impact Mike. He didn't, and then Wilder started losing after and all that. And I'm not just try to erase everything. Just stop right at the 11 years. What do we think? Career, not how popular he was, not how he affected culture and us who grew up in the hood, how we looked up to him, not all that. Just his career. I'm asking you, what would you rather have? That's a good point. He did take, 3 years off for jail time. That's a good point. But still got knocked the fuck out right before the jail time. So it's not like the jail time made him get knocked out. You pick Mike. I pick Mike because Wilder's forgettables weren't, but it's tough. It's tough. I would almost rather be Deontay. It's just more I care about dominance. I'd rather be like knocked out everybody. Nobody ever beat me. Sunset. As opposed to got knocked out 3 times, tried to bite a dude because I was so frustrated, barely beat, nah. Anyway, people, it's late. I'm out. Tomorrow, 2 p.m., be there, be square. You guys are the best. Peace.